Alright, good morning guys, it's Nick with NK Landscaping. We just pulled up on a new job that we're going to be starting, probably like a 3-week job. So we got the T66 here and 3 pallets of Unilock, many more pallets of Unilock to come, so we're going to be hauling in and out a bunch today just to get this stuff dropped off. We've actually been sitting on these pallets all winter. We bought them in anticipation for this job. And it was a good thing we did because you can't get Unilock right now, or at least there's a really big backlog on it. So we're gonna get all that unloaded. I'm just gonna take a walk back here so I can figure out where I want to put these pallets. It looks like it's a little wet, so I'm gonna have to figure out what it's looking like, but I'll walk back here and we'll take a look at what the job entails. You see this pool area. So what we're gonna do, we've got this whole patio that goes around this pool area. Everything's getting ripped up, including this as like a little 4-foot retaining wall. So the retaining wall is gonna get ripped up, and we're gonna actually put those blocks aside and reuse them to rebuild the retaining wall. It's kind of leaning over, not good. So we're gonna rip up all this old existing patio. That's all getting scrapped, and the new patio is basically gonna be the same thing, just with Unilock Beacon Hill. So you can see that wall is just falling over, and then we're going to do a patio under to the doors of the house there. So we'll get everything unloaded here, and this is probably going to be a multi-part video. I'll probably get the pallets back here somewhere. Hopefully it's dry enough. But yeah, this is going to be a multi-part video where we're going to do the demo and the rebuild of everything here. So we'll get started getting everything unloaded, get these pallets stacked up, and make another trip home. Kind of stinks. We gotta unload the skid steer, unload the pallets, and then load the skid steer back up to bring it back to the yard to load more pallets, because we don't have a dedicated yard machine yet. So a little slow, but probably gonna be about 5 or 6 trips out here today, and that's our goal for today. But we'll get unloaded and I'll check in with you on the next step. Alright, round 1 complete, skid steer loaded back up. You can see I put the pallets down in the corner of the driveway there. It's kind of mushy wet, so that's where we're gonna have to put it. So now back to the yard to pick up the rest of the pallets. This is gonna be a repetitive type of day. Okay, we just did load number 2. Skid steer's back on the trailer. We got 7 pallets here now. Back to the yard. I think 3 more loads. Okay, it's almost 5 o'clock. It's like 4:45 right now. Last load, the last 3 pallets. I got the skid steer here with the forks and the bucket, since it's staying here now. And then tomorrow we'll bring in the excavator, the construction trailer, and then start working. We're gonna be ripping out all that patio material. So we'll get unloaded here, and that's it for today. Okay, that's a wrap for today. All 16 pallets are down there with the skid steer. We got the bucket and the pallet forks. We got an empty trailer to bring home so we can load up the excavator tomorrow, and all the attachments for that. So Fitz is just finishing up, blowing off the driveway, and we are going home for today. So that's day one on this project. It's gonna be a fun one. Okay, here we are, started day number 2 on this big pool patio project. So we have the excavator loaded up in here. I've got the 41-inch grading bucket, 18-inch trenching bucket, and the 24-inch digging bucket in the trailer with the excavator. And then we have the Rotostar and the grapple. We most likely are going to use the Rotostar. I'm not sure about the grapple, but I'd rather have it than not. So we're gonna head back to the site right now and get started pulling up all the old pavers and load those out today. Today's just gonna be a demo day. So let's get back to it. Alright, so we got construction trailer, dump trailer here, and the machines. I gotta dig out this post real quick so we can get into the patio area. And we gotta remove this little bit of wall. But the goal for today is to start pulling up all these pavers that go around the pool. You can see in a bunch of spots they're pulling right up, and especially over here had a lot of sinking, so these blocks are just tipped right up. So we're gonna work on getting this all disassembled today and loaded out of here. All this has to go. And then this wall, you can see the lean on that. So we're gonna take this wall apart, put it off to the side, and then we'll rebuild that using the existing blocks. We're actually gonna probably take this course out because there's absolutely no need for it. We might even take out that second course. And we're gonna shorten it over here, and then over there it's actually gonna curve it a little bit. So we're gonna get going here on cleaning all this up and getting some access in here. Okay, here's where we're at. So I'd say we got about a third, maybe a quarter of the bricks pulled up and loaded into the trailer to get hauled out of here. So Got one more bucket load in the skid steer. It's gonna get dumped in the trailer, haul that away, and then we just repeat this process probably 3 more times. And then once that is all done, we're gonna start tearing down the wall. We got the diving board kind of unbolted. The thing was in pretty poor shape. So taking the load out of here and I'm back for some more. Okay, so we're wrapping up for today. We got a full, we'll stick there. We got a full trailer load, and you know, by the time we would get back here after dumping it, it would be quitting time anyway. So we got, I don't know, I'd say 2/3 of the patio pavers up. Everything loaded up in the trailer. Kurt showed up to say hi, and they're starting to get the wall torn apart, but decent amount of progress. Still gotta rip up everything over here. This is kind of slow going. It's very tight, and then we gotta wrap around here. So it's going. We'll finish this removal up tomorrow, and then finish breaking down the rest of this wall, and then start excavating all this out of here. This was built like 25 years ago, and it's sand topped. Looks like he used the clear gravel. I don't know how thick he went. Over there it doesn't look thick enough, so, and it's pretty soft. So we're gonna take all that out and start new. All right. Okay, we're back. Day 3 on the pool patio job. Ooh, it is wet and slippery. Nice. And just like yesterday, we're gonna finish demoing the patio. It's gonna be a goopy mess today. It rained all last night, and I think it's supposed to rain some more today. So we'll get done what we can. All right, it's the last scoop for load number 1. We got just this little section left, from right here to the corner behind the jacuzzi area. So that'll be a whole nother trailer load, and then it's time to start excavating down to our subgrade. So we'll do that here. Be back in an hour or so. All right, we're back right now. We're starting to get the wall broken down. As you can see, these are all the pieces that we've taken off the wall already. And I'm actually using the grapple. I can grab 2 of them at a time, stack like that. So Fitz is over here just stacking them in little batches of 2. And then I can just reach right over, grab them, and put them in a pile. Alright, the whole wall is out now. We got our pile of blocks from this half over here. It's about quitting time now, so got all the machines put away. Tomorrow they gotta get greased up. It's 5:11 right now, so I'm gonna get out of here. But not a bad day's work. So tomorrow we'll clean up all this. There's just tons of blocks that were backfilled. There's garbage, all sorts of stuff that was backfilled behind this wall that has to get hauled out of here. And then we'll excavate for the new wall, get our base and everything installed for that, and drainage. Alright, see you tomorrow. Alright, it's the start of day 4 here. Got both machines warming up. I'm gonna bring them up to the truck, fill them with diesel, and get them greased. It's really tight in here, so I have to do some funny maneuvering. There's this like horseshoe thing. It's not in great shape, but it's there. But we're gonna get the machines all filled up here and greased up, and then we're gonna get digging for the retaining wall. Alright, the goal for today is over here to our right. Basically everything from that staircase all the way over to the edge of the fence there. This curve we have to excavate back. I'm going to get rid of all this junk, so this is all just backfill material from the wall. So there's just old paver blocks, all the cuts, there's Gatorade bottles, and believe it or not, a couple snakes so far that we've been seeing, some little garden snakes. So we're going to get this cleaned up and loaded out, and then we'll take our measurements for where we want the face of the wall to be. So we got to account for the face of the wall, the width of the wall blocks, our drainage pipe, and then our drainage gravel. So we're going to have to measure exactly where the face starts and where the back of the gravel ends, so we can excavate for everything. We're going to haul all this junky material out of here, and then we'll dig for the base of our wall. And that's the first thing that we're going to be doing here, is getting this wall back in place, so then we can excavate for the patio here. Alright, so we're going to get started. Okay, so we just finished up our preliminary dig in this area. Nothing is to any grade. This is just, we leveled kind of this out, and you can see here we marked out roughly where we think the wall is going to go. So it is going to turn in here towards the house. I got to see if we can do that kind of radius. But we're going to come down here, nice and straight, unlike before, it was very wavy. And then on this inside turn, I want so this line marks the face of the wall, the outside face facing the pool. So at this inside corner here, from the inside of the outside of the pool to the inside of the wall is 8 feet. So it was actually a slight bit smaller than that before. You can kind of see right here, this brown line. That's the dirt that the skid steer kicked up every time I went around this turn. So I want 8 feet minimum, so it's pushing that wall back a little bit. That means we're gonna have to shave back this hill about 2 feet. So the wall block is 1 foot deep. We're gonna have a 4-inch drain pipe, and then I want some additional backfill gravel behind that. So we need to cut back 2 feet from this line, and then this is gonna continue. We still haven't made this measurement, but it's gonna continue right to that end of that fence post, and I think the wall is gonna end there. We just need to take some grade measurements and make sure our height at pool and our height there works out so that the wall doesn't need to be there, because it really didn't make sense before. So we're going to take a load of gravel back. You can see I've got the machine up on a little, you know, pillar here so I can load out the skid steer, and then when we get back we're gonna do the finish curve so we see what we're working with, and then we're gonna do our excavation back, you know, that 2 feet from that line, and then we're gonna get it to grade. So we'll take some laser level measurements, but we're moving along. It's coming along really good. Neighbors getting their lawn mowed. It smells great out here. I'm really happy with the progress we're making so far. So I'll catch back up with you after we dump this load. Alright, so we're packing up, end of day 4 here. We got this area under the deck excavated out. So this area is going to be the wall wraps around here, and then this is going to be a patio from the door out next to the wall, and then the patio is also going to go out that way and around the other side of the stairs here. But all of the wall from the house wrapping around to basically where the excavator bucket is dug back for the retaining wall. So this is all to grade basically up to here, and then this is back far enough so, you know, we're 8 feet from the edge of the pool here to the face of the wall, but you can just see that orange line right there. Possibly on the camera I can, but that's all chewed out so we can put our wall with backfill for drainage and the drainage pipe as well. So this whole area is, you know, cored out. We got a nice big pile of dirt that we got to haul out tomorrow. The truck is full of dirt right now from clearing this area down to grade. So we're packing up to go home, and we'll be back at it tomorrow as long as it doesn't rain. I know they're calling for some rain, but it's a good day's work here. Got a lot done. So check in again tomorrow. Alright, good morning everybody. I got Fitz in the skid steer there. He's loading out some dirt, and we got this big pile of dirt here to get out of here. This is probably 2 trailer loads. We tarped the exposed section of the wall. We have 1 more tarp, or 2 more tarps for this area. It's drizzling right now, and we're supposed to actually get a pretty bad rainstorm here in the next probably hour or so. So we're gonna try our best to get all this dirt out of here, loaded out, brought home. That's really all we're gonna be able to do for today. It's just a crummy day. So we'll work on getting that out of here and all that. This is Fitz's first real time in the skid steer. He did a little yesterday. I finally figured we got him out on some open terrain. I want to get him trained on that machine. Usually I'm the one doing everything. While we were in the pool, it's a little tight, but I think he's perfectly capable of running that machine and helping to smooth things out and make things go a little faster. So he's learning and getting better every day. All right, well, let's get to work. right, so that's the last of the load out for today. That's going to be load number 3. The rain is just getting a little heavy, and we're basically done. We're not going to come back for another load. But I got the majority of the wall excavated there. I'm actually just going to excavate the rest of that real quick. But that's basically it for today. We made good progress for week 1. We got all the patio bricks out. We got the retaining wall down and piled up, and we got the majority of the retaining wall dug out. So next week when we start, we need to add our bedding material for the wall. We're going to probably do like a 4 or 5 foot strip that wraps around from the house there, wraps around, and then we'll get the wall installed with drainage behind. I'm not going to continue the drainage in that corner because that's our access, and I don't want to crush that pipe. We'll finish that up at the end. But this is all going to get built back up with the retaining wall sometime next week, and then we'll start the excavation. So basically everything through here is down to grade, but everything from that back corner around needs to get excavated to grade. So that's probably, I don't know, 5 more trailer loads of excavated material. Then we'll fill all this in up to grade and lay our patio. So that should be week 3. But that's a great conclusion on week 1. I'm happy with the progress that we made. We're gonna dig the rest of that and take that load home and be done for the week.